Good afternoon, everyone. Hope you guys are doing great. Welcome to this live session on Straunt webinar. I am Shashidhar, sales manager here at Straunt. Now, we have designed this 30 minutes webinar, a session where we would be having a brief understanding of what Straunt is and the promotional offer which is going on right now, and how you can take advantage of this particular opportunity. So let's dive to understand more into Straunt. As we say, we are here to serve success to the restaurants. Now, Straunt is based out of Dallas, Texas. It's a complete restaurant management platform dedicated in helping restaurants grow both online and offline. We have a suite of services or the features which we offer to a restaurant, which will give them a competitive advantage and how they can differentiate themselves from the market. Now, when we at Straunt, when we are trying to deliberate and try to make a value proposition to the client, we have designed a set of, the proposition comes with a set of features which would create a niche positioning for each of the restaurants and also add value. Now, the value comes at what we can give to our customers, which is more affordable to it, because we believe technology is to enhance the value of the business. So the each and every feature which is actually contributed to this particular platform or which is given to the customer is designed in such a way that it completely serves them. It's just not about providing a one particular feature of making them online or being like an aggregate platforms. It's beyond that, complementing your already existing presence in your aggregator platforms like a DoorDash or an Uber Eats. Let's see how we add value to you. What's a basic tenets when we are trying to understand a product? What it can do to you? One is when somebody looks at us, is that we help in acquire, engage, and maintain a client. These are the three facets of the business which any restaurant owner would be looking at. So in that particular manner, how do we help in acquiring? We would build an online storefront for all the restaurant businesses. Now, how would that help? Now, this is creating an identity in already a very competitive market. You are there in any aggregator model right now, and else as any other restaurant next to you is also in a similar space. But how are you differentiating yourself? And how are you engaging with your clients? And that's where the differentiation comes in. So we would build an online storefront for you, which is delivery enabled. And added to that, we have certain other features which would also help you in terms of making a better revenue out of your every order which comes to you on your storefront. All these storefronts would be enabled with the mobile application where the customers can place orders from the mobile application of your store branded. So basically, it also creates an identity of your restaurant. Then comes your engaging with your client. How do you engage with the client? How do you engage with your customer? Once a delivery is taken, a customer is served, how do you engage? Review management is one of the features which we have added to your offering, where in terms of you can take a instant or revert to the client over on his feedback so that you can engage with him. You can take a feedback or you can enhance the value or improve your services to your customer. Then comes your maintaining a customer. How do you maintain a customer in this competitive environment if you're not having particular customers mind share? How would you get him back next time when he has to think about ordering a particular food or your offering? It has to be that you have to be on the top of his recall, so that when he thinks of this particular food to be ordered, he has to think about you. So that comes with our in terms of loyalty programs or coupons which we enable for your storefront. So the customer not only would have a data of your own customers where you can constantly engage them with your campaigns. It could be email or text campaigns, But apart from that, you can also give them a loyalty programs where they are inclined to come back to you to place orders and be your loyal customers. So that's where you're retaining your customer. So acquiring a new customer and retaining customer are the two different facets of the business. Because if you lose a customer, again, acquiring a customer, it would nullify the business. But when you are covering your business with acquiring and attaining and engaging with the client, then you're trying to create your own loyal base. Then we would also offer, as we have told, it's a complete restaurant management platform. There are other services we also offer, which include marketing and accounting and payroll services, which we would take in a little detail later in this presentation. As I have told, these are the primary features of Straunt which we offer to the client. As I've told, online store, delivery and pickup, review management, mobile application, loyalty reward, and a business phone. Business phone is for your receiving, running your campaigns or getting your notifications and everything. You can have the business phone which is enabled with tech solutions. Online store. Now, every online store for this particular season, till this Thanksgiving, we are giving this online store at a zero cost. We are onboarding every client at a zero cost. What would it be for you? It would mean that you would have a new avenue for actually creating a business front for yourself. So these online stores would come with a customer portal where the customers can log in, place orders, and choose their delivery options to be taken. And then you have a merchant portal. Now, what does the merchant portal do to your business? Merchant portal is something where you engage in terms of managing your clients. Like if they have placed orders, view them, or take an action accordingly. Or if you want to add a new particular item, how you can add or change of price variance. These are all something which you have to manage your business. This comes with our merchant portal. Then the basic tenant of or the basic feature of storefront is a beautiful display of your menus, which can we have a kind of a flexible menu management system, which can help you display all your menus or your offerings, variants, or the modifiers. Everything are clearly mentioned and which you can display. And continuing with this season offering, we're also talking about a zero commission on delivery services. How would that be a different in terms of adding to your bottom line or to your revenue? We definitely agree the existence or the technology innovation which has come in the form of Uber Eats or a DoorDash and or any other aggregator platforms where your current store is offerings are displayed or they eat into your certain part of the commission. So how you can overcome that, or on how you can work on top of it, where you can actually maintain your own client base and still attract your clients on your any of these aggregator platforms. That is, all these storefronts, the business comes, whatever the business comes here as absolutely at a zero commission. So you're straight away saving close to 15 to 30 percentage on the order value. So which you would have paid otherwise. So if a simple example here, we look at it, if an order value of a product is $40, commission, what charged on any of those platforms is, assuming we're talking about 30%, which would be $12. Whereas if you look at it, if we are talking at our storefront or your storefront, when it is placed on your storefront, it's absolutely zero. So the difference is that 30% state goes into your pocket and goes into your restaurant's business bottom line, where you can see those profits. That's a huge advantage. And if anybody signing up during this season, we would also add this particular feature to them. Delivery and pickup. We have different options in the delivery and pickup. We are engaged. We utilize the leverage with the third-party integrations with delivery services of DoorDash and Uber Eats, and there are wide network. Through this wide network, we provide the delivery service. Apart from that, if the client also can opt for between curbside pickup and also pick up at the restaurant, these are the other options are also enabled when we are talking about the delivery services enablement with this particular storefront. We are talking about, I was discussing a little while earlier about engaging with the client. Now, as we have seen that whenever there is a client, new client walks into your restaurant or would like to search for nearest options for a particular kind of a food or of his choice, then he would go back into Google and search for the nearest restaurant which can offer him the best service. So this is where your review management can help you get the business. It can help you attract new clients. So our review management platform would help your business in one is giving an auto reply kind of thing, where the moment an order is delivered or an order is taken, an auto reply would be sent to the customer to get his feedback. Now, this feedback would help for an instant redressal to the client's issue, or take his feedback to enhance your services. If a happy client, I think you can very well take that happy review and post it in public platforms, which would help your uh, in terms of reputation. Apart from that, the review engagement. Now, what would be a review engagement is any of the review which is posted by your customer in the public place. Now, those particular place would be you would be given a notification where you can instantly respond, so that you're in a constant engagement with the client. You're not dropping out on the any of the feedback or a review given on a public platform. That would be for review management. Now, in terms of all these features, we are today, since we have limited time and we are discussing on a very high level how these particular functionalities are designed. Once you're onboarded with us, I think our delivery, our onboarding team would guide you through in depth in terms of how each and every particular feature would be working. And we would have also the manuals which can describe the entire process. Mobile application. Now, this particular mobile application is your customer end, where you can actually display to your clients or customers where they can place orders from. This is an interactive mobile, so it would be displaying all your menus the way it is displaying on your any desktop or anything. It's the same thing which would be displayed onto your mobile, so they can book orders through this particular application. So this is one mode of engaging your clients. Analytics. Now, in terms of how much data you would get when you are in any of those current aggregator platforms, in terms of how do you understand the business, which one is moving first. I think every restaurant owner would have kind of a high-end knowledge or a definite knowledge in terms of what are the food or which is moving fast in, and so that you would stock in a similar way. But it could also give you an inherent analytics about how the customers are interacting if you have having it on your store, because otherwise the data would not be there with you, so you would not be able to see how do you react with the way business or the market is reacting to your business. So our analytics is a complete analytics feature which is talks about your revenue, your fast moving products, and these analytics would help you in terms of one is in terms of on your logistics, what to store, so that you have a lean time, and so you would not run out of stock at any given point of a time on the logistics part or on the storage front. And it also helps you on the business side as well, understanding what are the days where your business have a spikes, and what is the kind of food which is actually in high in demand, so on and so forth. Loyalty and rewards. So as a whole gamut of offering, when we are talking about loyalty and rewards, this is one unique feature. This is one feature which would enable your customers to be loyal to you, because right now you would have a different discount offers running in on any of those platforms as well. So that would be over and above the commissions which they go into. So this is one particular way where you can actually reward the frequent visitors to your restaurant and have their data, and which you can time on again. You can actually run promotional campaigns to your own set of loyal clients. So this would feature would help you in managing or maintaining your existing set of clients. Okay. When we started, we were talking about an all-in-one solution for restaurant management. Now, when we are talking, all those features are the product features which are enabled when onboarded. But over and above that, there are other things which are important in running a successful business. How would uh, that happen? If you have to look at it, if you're looking at it right now, a restaurant, you might be taking different services from different vendors to be successful. With Straunt, it's an all-in-one. You would have, if you are looking for a kind of a marketing solution, we would help you with a marketing solution. If you are looking at bookkeeping where you're talking about accounts and everything, it would be done by us. It will help. These are different individual services offered at a different level, uh, but these are something which we would like to add to our offerings to the client, and also pay to maintaining the payroll. And what do we talk about here? One tap. One tap is an interesting feature, and we can refer it as all-in-one tap. You are there in different platforms right now. So how are you managing the order authentication, and how are you managing the price management or inventory updates in every of these particular stores? So you have to log into each of those applications and try to manage them individually. And if you have to understand what is the business done or the revenue generated, everything on that particular platform could be tedious, or it could be at times could be missing. But what happens with our one tap solution is that you would have a tablet where you would, if you are receiving an order from, irrespective of your own storefront or any of the aggregator platforms, all would be put into one particular place, and where you would be able to see the orders, where your order is coming from, and based on your availability, you can take a necessary action, accept or kind of cancel the order based on your choice. So this happens on your one platform. But if you imagine, if you're managing it from each application differently, and now how you have to do a price updates. If your price updates have to reflect in all places, if there's a price change or a price decrease, if you want to offer it to your clients, you have to have a tedious job of getting into or logging into each and every application and then changing the price over there. So this gives you a big convenience factor with our one tap solution. Moving on to our marketing services. We have a marketing team with an experience of over 10 years and a huge marketing team uh, where they would be able to guide you. These are the separately enabled services. You have to uh, 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 separately opt for these services. Now, marketing services, we would help you in managing your social platforms, like posting your product promotions on social platforms, and we would be writing our blogs on behalf of you. So these are the certain marketing activities we do, and based on team interaction with you, what you would need, we can come up with different solutions which would help your business. And the simplest of the simplest we are talking about is Google My Business. Into optimizing a Google My Business is one of those predominant thing which you would need right now. Why? Whenever in a vicinity, when somebody looks at this thing, there is a three pack reference. Now, three pack is like this is the instant top three optimized restaurants which are offered for that particular choice somebody is making. So if your Google My Business is optimized, you would be listed in that three pack. So these are the certain nitty-gritties or intricacies of the business which our team understands well. Those I'm talking about the very basic part here right now, but there are the high-end ones when you're talking about posting, then writing blogs and all together. But this all has to come together. So that's the expertise we would bring onto the marketing of a restaurant. We're talking about bookkeeping. Bookkeeping would be reconciliation statements, then P&L and balance sheet, which we would provide as a separate service as well. Including that, we would also do a payroll services for your staff. Depends on your requirement. Now, before we do this, in terms of, we would like to run through a bit of how our storefront looks like, so which gives you a kind of little understanding when you come on board how a storefront would look like. Since I've already signed in, but otherwise you have to create an account and uh, sign into an account. Just a second. This would be the storefront, a model storefront you can look like, which would look like. And so based on your requirement, we can add, change, so select the item, add to the cart, go to the cart, proceed to checkout. Then you can actually process the order. This is how the basic storefront would look like. And it would have, in terms of on a particular storefront, what would be the order history for the client to consume, or the customer, his cards, rewards, uh, reward activity, his account details, and everything. So this is the basic understanding on Straunt and the current promotional offer. So if anybody has any questions, I'm more than willing to take them. And if there is anything which we could not take it right now, we would definitely like to if you can leave the message, one of our representatives would soon get in touch with you. I think there's no hidden costs. I think, yeah, thanks for I think that's a great question. Yeah, so we said everything is zero, and are there any hidden costs over here? There are no hidden costs. As I've told, only the services which you have to, if you're looking to take up any of those services would come at a cost, and that would also be at a different value for this particular season. But in terms of, we would have one particular charge whenever there's a client is places an order. There is a $1.99, which is the platform fees, or we can call it the convenience fees. That's the only charge we will be charging the client. If you look at it from the owner or the customer, that's the only cost we would be bearing. And if apart from the delivery charges, which would happen. The platform fees is currently designed in such a way that the customer pays it, but in case of any requirement, we can further look into it. But right now, it is designed in a way that the customer pays the platform fees. And we have one more question. Yeah, great. In terms of when would you get the processing of the payment? Once the payment is done, it would be between 24 to 48 hours. The payments would get reflected. We do not have, I think that's a great question. Yes, there are two things right now. One is on the first, let me take on the contracts. Yeah, we do not have any contracts, and there's no binding things over here. So you're willing to go at any point of time. So in terms of, yeah, I think we do not have any contracts, and we would like to be, you're flexible to, whenever you'd like to withdraw the services, you can actually withdraw them. And in terms of integrating with the POs, we have few POs which are already tested, but if you have any new thing which might take a little integration things to be worked out, but right now we have done with Clover and Squares and certain other more models which are prevalent in the market. We have already done integrations with them. So definitely yes. To answer your question, I think we can definitely integrate with Clover, but currently no. As I've told, in terms of since we are talking about the fee structure, or there's all the storefront is it comes at a zero cost, and your commissions, there's a zero commission, so there's absolutely no cost involved in it. Ourselves, in terms of tablets, would come at a cost. In terms of when we are talking about providing the application, we would suggest you could use a tablet, but also your mobile application would also be good enough. But the tablet would be charged currently, right? Okay, we have a question. Do you provide tablet? Yeah, I have answered this. So do we provide a tablet, or we have to buy them? I think we can provide a tablet which comes at a cost. Since it's not a contracted, I think we have a question. Zero commission is for lifetime, or do we have it to pay commission later on? I think this is mentioned in your contracts that this comes at a zero commission is at the contract value when it is entered. So if it is zero for you, it would be zero forever. The marketing services, okay, we have a question. What is included in the marketing services? Now, marketing services, as I've told you, they are pretty dynamic in nature. But if you have to take it from the rack, we are talking about managing two of your social profiles and posting it weekly twice over there, any of those relevant material, and also a blog in a month. So that would be our marketing services. That's a base package. Now, how do you want to make it in terms of more evolved kind of a thing? If you have to do it in writing blogs or making it more frequent ones, those pricings would be probably more a one-on-one discussion on based on the business use case. We can actually evolve to a better marketing solutions for you. Yeah, I think that comes to an end, and we would be happy to hear more from you. If you have any questions, please visit our website and reach us out to the contact form, and we will be able to happily answer your questions or serve you, and look forward to doing business with you. Thank you.